Hi everybody, we are outdoors to share your devotional today. It's wonderful to be able to have the opportunity to share some of my thoughts with you in this beautiful setting. What I wanted to share with you today was about God's faithfulness and where I saw that in a personal story of my life just that happened recently that I'd like to share. And this happened last weekend, or I guess technically 2 weekends ago. I had the opportunity to visit my sister who lives in Boston. And she's just recently moved there a couple months ago, and so I was able to go visit her and spend some time together, which was a wonderful blessing. But the way that I saw God's faithfulness was in a really cool way while I was there. And it kind of dates back to a couple years ago when I was just newly a mom of two. I had a 2-year-old at home, and then I had a newborn at home. And this might have happened to other new moms too, but I went through a season of struggle, even in the midst of this amazing blessing that I was just given as my second child. And I remember being at home and really feeling low and really doubting God's faithfulness because I felt cooped up and I felt like I had lost other parts of my life and that my energies were really needing to be spent at home taking care of my children, which is a beautiful blessing, but at the same time feeling some loss and some difficulty and being fatigued and all that goes with bringing home a new baby to your home. And I remember sitting on the couch and I was just looking online, looking at beautiful pictures of places around the world. And one picture that I came across was of a street in Boston, and the street is called Acorn Street. I had never heard of this street before, but the picture was beautiful, and it was the most picturesque, amazing view of this back street and an alley in downtown Boston. And I remember thinking, and this shows you my lack of faithfulness, is the thoughts of, I'm never going to leave this house again. I'm never going to see anything. I'm just going to have to look at things in pictures. And I remember doubting and being stuck in a place of doubt and of negativity and of doubting God's faithfulness and knowing my heart. And so fast forward 2 years. And I'm with my sister in Boston, and the thought just popped into my head. Really, without any warning, I said to her, do you know of the street? I think it's called Acorn Street. I saw it, online. Do you happen to know where that is? That would be really fun to see. And my sister, having just been in Boston for a few months, says immediately, I know exactly where that is. And I said, do you think we could go and see it? And she said, absolutely. And we took the train into downtown. She said, I know where it is. We walked over, and just 5 minutes later, I'm standing in Acorn Street and taking in the amazing view that it is, because it really was as good live and in person as it was in the picture, maybe even better. A couple was getting married and taking their wedding pictures right there in the street while we were there. And I remember just standing in that area and being overwhelmed by God, just filling me with the reminder of, I am faithful and I love you and I know the desires of your heart, and here you are in this place that you yearn to be, and provided that gift for me. And it really was an incredible moment, and it was one where I was just enveloped in God's faithfulness, His goodness, and felt His presence so much around me. And it was a very special moment, and a special moment to share with my sister who I love also. So, just something that happened to me. It's, not a big deal, but it definitely was something where I was able to see and be reminded of God's faithfulness, even when I am not faithful, that He is good and He is faithful. And it just reminded me of the Lamentations scripture, where it just gives us that promise that God's mercies are new every morning. Great is his faithfulness, and it's just so true in the way that it shows up in big things in our life or little things in our life, that he has shown himself to be faithful. He showed himself to be faithful on the cross. He shows himself to be faithful in little ways, like providing an opportunity to see a picture in real life time for me 2 years after I first saw it. So I hope that this is encouraging for you. I was in a moment of struggle, in a moment of doubt, and even in the midst of that God loved me and took care of me and was holding me in his hands and just provided me with this beautiful gift. So I hope that this can be encouraging for you, and that you are able to just be enveloped in God's faithfulness, because he is faithful and his mercies are new every morning.